I was probably like 12 or something. I had like taken a bunch of edibles with my friends, and this was when I was in Oso still, like right before I left and went to go to New Zealand. We took a bunch of edibles, and I don't know, they were super strong, and they were super, super strong, but I essentially took them, and me and all the boys, and we didn't feel anything for like 30 minutes. And then at the same time, like everyone just boom, like it hit everybody at the same time. And instantly, like two of my friends just like passed out, like boom, passed out. They were all fucked up. And like we were going to help them and shit. And then, you know, we were all feeling like really out of it. And then I remember I passed out, and I like instantly like floated out of my body. Like, and it was crazy. And this was like, yeah, my first out of body experience. But I like floated out of my body, and I like floated through the roof, and I was like tripping out. I was like, what the fuck, am I dead and shit? But yeah, I was just off a bunch of edibles. Like I took way too many, you know, like I took three or four times the amount I was supposed to, you know. And I was a real late bloomer, so I was still a really young kid. Like my brain was not fully developed like that, you know. So that shit hit me really hard. And I remember like floating like out of the roof of the building, and then just like floating into like darkness, like into just like the abyss. And then some really scary shit happened. Like I remember I got like fucking like attacked by some shit, like this big, like almost looked like dragon claws, like came and like went like this boom, and they like went into my chest. And I was like floating through the darkness, and I was like had these like claws like rip into my chest, and it was like so vivid, like I could see everything. I could like see like my ribs and shit, and there was like blood and all this gnarly shit. Sure. Nah, bro, this was off edibles when I was a kid. No. It was crazy, bro. And I was like floating, and I remember I was just like being pulled like through just the darkness, through blackness. Like, and I like went through these two swinging doors, and this is just all an out of body experience. And I like went through these like two like hospital doors, and like landed in a chair like this, like it looked like just like a metal chair, except it was like all metal. And I was like sitting there, and I was like, what the fuck? And then like all my shit was all fucked up here, and then all these like rusty chains started spinning around the chair like this, and like spinning around me and like getting tighter and shit. And I was like I don't even know where I was just in some like the darkness, and then all these eyes like popped up around me, and then boom, I like woke up back in my body, like Sweet. Back in the literally like some real scary shit. And I woke up back in my body, like just in my room, or not in my room, but like in, I don't even know what you would call it, like an extended living room kind of off the house. And like all my boys were there and shit, and we were all fucked up, and like a few of my friends had like left the house, and one of my friends like in a corner all fucked up. And yeah, I had just gone through some crazy shit I had never even seen before, and it was just crazy. Like just goes to show like the power of some shit, you know, the power of certain substances when you're really young.
Yeah, bro. For sure. I used to take acid, and I probably got high off acid like 70 times in my life.
70?
Yeah, like 70 times, bro. The last time I did it was on my birthday, bro. And I was turning, I think I was turning 20. I'm only 21. I was turning 20, maybe 19 actually. But I did it on my birthday, and it's not a good idea to do it on your birthday, I don't think, because it kind of trips you out. But I must have took some bad shit or something, bro, because like we were high as fuck. I gave my little brother some, and we were in the projects, and we went to the basketball court, and we were just like high, bro. Like high, nigga. Like we noticed the fork in the middle of the basketball court, and that right there made us laugh for like an hour. Like we were tripping, bro. You know what I mean? And like 5 hours after the trip, bro, I start getting this weird like feeling in my chest, right? And it gets so intense, bro. I swear, bro. Like it felt like there was a knife going through the back of my chest.
Oh, I've had that.
Like right here, nigga.
Yeah, I've had that.
You feel me?
Too.
And I started looking it up. Never do that shit. I started looking it up on the internet, and bro, that shit started tweaking me out, bro. But I was calming, like I was smart enough to be like, all right, I'm tripping myself out.
Yeah.
But bro, That shit hurt so bad. I was sitting there crying in front of my 2 friends. I was sitting there crying, bawling. I'm like, bruh, if I tell you we need to go to the hospital, we gotta go, like, ASAP. Like, I'm feeling like I'm about to die or some shit. Like, fall off, nigga. And, like, bruh, that shit. And it was the craziest thing. That experience, after, like, 5 more hours, I was feeling that shit for, like, 3 hours, 4 hours. Like, oh, it was bad. But, like, I ended up getting, like, this enlightenment out of it, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I went and visited one of my older homies that, like, he's kind of my tripping buddy. And I was telling him what I was going through. And, like, the whole ride from Guadalupe to, like, Oceano, it was nice and sunny, pretty afternoon. I was just crying, bawling tears. Like, I don't know. It's weird, bro. It's kind of like a breakthrough, like a little enlightenment. But it fucked me up. I was scared as fuck. But it was kind of weird. I don't know. But be careful with drugs, man. I wouldn't do acids. I don't. It's like, you know what I mean? You might shoot your top off with that one. You gotta be mentally strong to fuck with acid.
I had a crazy acid trip one time. But I was living above the liquor store in Osos, and I took like 3 gels, and I took like 5 and I took like 5 grams of shrooms, and I was
you were shooting for the stars.
I was going.
That's a lot, bro.
I know, I was off it, man. But that was in the times I used to do a lot. Used to do a lot of substance. And anyways, and that was still probably like the most potent trip I had. And 2 of my boys I was with Mojo, and I was with my other friend Vince, and they were having like a bad trip. And so I like pushed my whole trip like out. Like I couldn't even feel it essentially because I was just taking care of them.
Right.
And I took care of them for like 6 hours or something crazy and not even feeling nothing.
Right.
And then I got my boy Vince home and shit, like, and he like went home and he was chilling, and then I got Mojo calm and shit, and then instantly my trip just went boom, like all just came flooding in, and at that point like I was gone, like I felt like I was going through wormholes, like teleporting through space and time and shit. Like it was crazy, and I kept like coming to and shit. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And then me and Mojo were like going through it together, and then we made we were making some music, and that music was so funny. We were like fucking around making some music, and then it just like that one for me it was bad because it just never stopped, bro. Like I was tripping for like 10 hours, and I was tripping for like 12 hours, and I was tripping for like 18 hours. You feel me? And then at a certain point, like it'd been like a damn near a day, you know, and I was all fucked up, and I could barely like remember like who I was or where I was or what was going on, and it felt like the top of my head was like sizzling, like literally, like if someone put a pan on top of your head, like if someone used a pan on a hot grill and like cooked up with it, and that shit was burning hot, and they put on top of your head, like that sizzling feeling and sound, like that's what my brain felt like.
On acid?
That's literally what I was probably doing too.
I ain't never felt that before. Yeah, I ain't never felt that before.
That's
and
weird, man.
It was so bad.
Did it hurt?
Oh yeah, it hurt so bad.
Yeah, fuck that.
And I literally thought I was like, thought I was like frying, like my brain was frying out and shit. And I like essentially what happened is like, yeah, I kept tripping, and I like my brain went into some like sort of like protective mode or something, and I had a psychosis.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I slipped into like a psychosis and shit. And for like a year after that, I was like waking up in my body throughout the day, like I wouldn't even know what had been going on for like a few hours at a time. I was seeing shadow people everywhere. Like everywhere I like looked, there'd be like shadow people like walking around and shit. And it was fucked up. Like I really fried my brain.
For a year?
It lasted for a year.
It lasted for a whole year.
Yeah, a whole year after the acid trip.
It was like, even told me that shit.
Nah, it was bad.
And then the same thing with the ketamine. That shit felt like it was
years. Long time off the ketamine.
You've been through some shit.
But yeah, for sure off the drugs. Yeah, that's why I don't fuck around.
Yeah, he doesn't do drugs.
That's why I don't fuck around like that.
I still get high, and he gets mad at me for it. But nigga, like he really doesn't get high at all.
That's why I don't. Yeah,
which is a good thing. Man.
That's why I don't do nothing like that.
Yeah,
like I don't know. I OD'd a couple times off the codeine and the Molly and all this stupid shit.
Yeah, OD off Molly, nigga.
Oh yeah, you could definitely get up there. That's for sure, bro.
I used to do Molly
You
like
fry- you could fry
I used
your
to go
shit.
blind, nigga.
Oh yeah, you know, man. You get up to.
I used to do that shit every day. I sold
get up
it.
to like
and it
a
was bad.
gram.
It's the worst drug I probably ever sold.
You be getting up to
it.
like you know, a gram and shit. You've been doing like almost a gram a month. You can start frying your shit.
Yeah, a day.
Bad.
I used to do about a gram a day.
Yeah, that shit can fry your shit.
And I would
pretty
smoke
bad.
that shit.
Yeah, you know that shit can
burns.
fry your shit pretty bad.
Were you not like?
For sure.
Were you not over it after a while?
No, I
Like-
was.
You stop feeling.
I just stopped. I honestly stopped selling it. I moved on to selling some shit that made me more money. But
Yeah.
I still picked it up for a little while, and then I was like, you know what, I'm cool. It never had the effect on me how people they get high and then like the next day they feel sad. Like nigga, I would do a couple points like every couple hours, bro. You know what I mean? Just riding around. What it does for me is you know how you get locked. Have you ever done it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how you get lockjaw?
I never
Like,
really experienced
you know what I
it.
mean?
No.
Like, bro, I'm over here just like grinding my shit, like, and riding around, serving people. You feel me? Like, just doing thug shit. Like, it's fun, bro. It goes with it. You know what I mean? Like some people say, man, you not hard like you is on Molly, cause Molly makes you feel like you just fuck everything, bro. Like, let's go. You know what I mean?
for sure.
You're full force, but like.
For sure.
It was like weed to me, bro. You know what I mean? It was easy to do it. I didn't feel any come down off of it, like, and it was just like a cooler high than weed. I smoke weed too, of course, but like, yeah. And then if you get so high off Molly, your eyes start fluttering hella fast, and you go blind. It's cool. It feels good as fuck. It's not cool, but it feels good as fuck.
When was the last
But I
time
stopped
you did
doing
Molly?
it. Last time. I would say the last time, I haven't done Molly in a cool minute, but I did some thizzles probably like a couple weeks ago. I did some thizzles.
What's the thizzle?
Ecstasy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's ecstasy. I never was into ecstasy, but it's cool.
I remember-
Like, I was honestly just doing it just cause I like sometimes I don't be sleeping at all,